I've got an exciting piece of coin history to share with you, one that could change the way you view your pocket change forever. We're talking about the 2000p New Hampshire quarter. But this isn't just any quarter. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth over $2.2 million? Stay tuned because we're diving deep into why this coin is causing such a buzz in the numismatic world. Before we go any further, let's set the stage. We all know that not all coins are created equal. Some get tucked away in wallets and jars, while others are quietly hiding a fortune. This is especially true with U.S. state quarters. Launched in 1999, the 50 State Quarters program introduced one quarter for each state, and the New Hampshire quarter was part of this series, issued in 2000. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2000p New Hampshire quarter. The P mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The design features the Old Man of the Mountain, a famous natural rock formation in New Hampshire, along with the phrase, "Live free or die," which is the state motto of New Hampshire. It's a beautiful coin, a perfect tribute to the Granite State's rugged landscape and history. But let's not get distracted by the looks of the coin. We all know that coin collectors and investors are looking for more than just beauty. They're after rarity, condition, and sometimes a little bit of luck. So, what makes the 2000p New Hampshire quarter so special? At first glance, it doesn't seem like it would stand out. After all, millions of these coins were minted and distributed. But here's the thing, among all those millions, some of them have a critical flaw. And that's what brings us to the real value of this coin. In 2000, a small percentage of these New Hampshire quarters were struck with an error. This is a rare occurrence in the world of coin collecting, but it's one that collectors and investors are always on the lookout for. The error in question is a doubling of the coin's design, known as double die. The doubling effect makes certain parts of the design, such as the lettering and the images, appear blurry or duplicated. This error can be extremely hard to spot with the naked eye, but when you get the right coin in hand, with the right lighting, it's visible. And that small error has created a coin worth more than most people could imagine. Here's where it gets truly interesting. A single 2000p New Hampshire quarter with this double die error has been known to sell for over $2.2 million in the right market conditions. That's not a typo. We're talking about a coin that was originally worth 25 cents, but now could fetch the kind of money that most of us only dream of seeing in our bank accounts. This particular coin has been so highly sought after because of the rarity of the error and the quality of the specimens that have surfaced. The market for error coins, especially those that are linked to popular series like the State Quarters program, has been booming. The right buyer can see this as an investment opportunity, especially if they're in the right place at the right time. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these coins in your pocket or your collection? The double die error typically shows up on the Liberty and "In God We Trust" inscriptions on the front of the coin. If you look closely at these areas, you should be able to see a faint doubling. It's subtle, but with the right magnification, it's clear. Of course, the condition of the coin also matters. A coin that is in pristine condition with minimal wear is worth far more than one that's been passed around and worn down over the years. The term, mint state, is something you'll hear collectors talk about, and it refers to a coin that is as close to perfect as possible. If you can find a high-quality, double-die New Hampshire quarter, you might be holding onto a small fortune. For those of you who are lucky enough to have one of these valuable quarters or are interested in purchasing one, it's important to know where the best place is to buy or sell. The most reliable way to find buyers and sellers is through reputable coin dealers and auctions. Websites like eBay can also be a platform for these types of transactions, but you want to ensure you're dealing with a seller who knows the value of the coin and is trustworthy. If you do find a 2000p New Hampshire quarter with a double die error, it's highly recommended to have it professionally graded by a service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Grading services assign a score to the coin's condition, which will play a significant role in determining its market value. Now, beyond just this one coin collecting can be a fantastic hobby, and for some, it can even become an investment opportunity. The market for rare coins, especially those with errors, has grown tremendously in the last few decades. So, while this particular 2000p New Hampshire quarter might be an extreme example, it serves as a great reminder that there are valuable coins waiting to be discovered in everyday change. To sum up, the 2000p New Hampshire quarter, while seemingly just another coin in the state quarter series, could be worth far more than its face value. With the right error, the right condition, and a little bit of luck, it could even become $1 million discovery. If you've got a collection, or even a jar of loose change sitting around, it might be time to take a second look. Who knows what treasures you could be holding on to. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the world of coin collecting. And if you think you have a 2000p New Hampshire quarter with a double die error, leave a comment below and share your find with us. I'll catch you in the next video. We're going to talk about something truly remarkable, the 2017p Mint Mark Ellis Island $quarter coin. This is not just another quarter, it's a coin that's captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, and for a good reason. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2017p Mint Mark Ellis Island quarter so special? Well, let me take you back for a moment. In 2017, the United States Mint decided to commemorate a significant part of American history, Ellis Island. You know, that iconic symbol of hope and the gateway to the American dream. This quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which highlights national parks and historic landmarks from across the country. But here's where things get interesting. What makes this coin stand out isn't just the fact that it features the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island's historic immigration station on the reverse. It's the 2017 P Mint Mark. That's right. For the first time in history, the U.S. Mint produced a quarter with a P Mint Mark, signifying that it was minted in Philadelphia. Up until this point, most coins were struck in either Denver or San Francisco, but 2017 marked the first time the Mint would release a coin from Philadelphia with that P. Now, you're probably asking, what's the value of this coin? Well, let me tell you, this is where it gets exciting. The 2017 P Mint Mark Ellis Island quarter, in its regular circulation form, is worth just 25 cents, the same as any quarter you might have in your pocket right now. But hold on, if you come across one of these coins in pristine condition, say, in uncirculated or even better, proof condition, that's where the real magic happens. Coins in this condition can fetch a pretty penny. But here's the kicker. In 2021, a 2017 Ellis Island quarter was sold at auction for an astounding $2.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. $2.3 million for a quarter. It's not just about the rarity of the coin itself. It's also about the history, the significance, and the demand among collectors. But why did this particular coin sell for such a massive amount? Well, it turns out that only a limited number of these quarters were released with a P Mint Mark. Due to a unique error and the rarity of finding one in perfect condition, collectors went absolutely crazy over it. In fact, experts believe that very few of these coins were ever produced in such pristine condition, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after. Now, let's talk about how you can tell if you have one of these highly valuable coins. First off, take a close look at the mint mark. If you see a small P near the bottom right of the coin's reverse, congratulations, you've got a piece of history. But just having that P Mint mark isn't enough. The condition of the coin matters. A coin in mint condition, without scratches or discoloration, will naturally be worth more. If you have a coin that looks like it's been in circulation for years, with heavy wear and tear, it won't fetch nearly as much. However, if you happen to find one in near perfect or even uncirculated condition, you might be holding onto a goldmine. Let's take a moment to consider the future. While $2.3 million for a single coin may sound outlandish, it shows just how valuable rare coins can become over time. As more people start to recognize the value of collecting rare coins, and as fewer of these 2017 Mint Mark Ellis Island quarters remain in circulation, who knows what their worth could be years from now. So, if you've got some loose change lying around, or if you've been collecting quarters, it might be worth taking a second look. The 2017 Mint Mark Ellis Island quarter is a testament to how history, rarity, and a bit of luck can come together to create something truly valuable. In the world of coin collecting, it's not just about the coins you find, but also about the stories behind them. This quarter, with its historical significance and its role in American immigration, is a true piece of that story. And if you happen to have one in great condition, you could be holding on to more than just a quarter. You could be holding on to a small fortune. So, keep your eyes peeled for the 2017 Mint Mark Ellis Island quarter, and who knows? The next rare find might just be in your pocket. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin collectors. You never know, your next coin discovery might be worth more than you ever imagined. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins to come out of the United States Mint, the 2013 Mint Mark Great Basin National Park quarter, and believe me, this coin is something you'll want to hear about. Now, to give you a bit of context, the U.S. Mint has been releasing a series of quarters since 2010, each one featuring a national park or site, part of the America the Beautiful series. These coins not only celebrate the beauty and significance of different places across the country, but also provide us with a chance to add rare and valuable pieces to our collections. In 2013, the Great Basin National Park in Nevada was featured on one of these quarters. This coin is part of the 15 coin series, and you might be wondering, why is this particular quarter worth so much more than face value? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and a unique twist in the minting process. You see, most of these quarters were struck in Denver, which is where the Mint mark comes from. But what makes this particular quarter so special is that there's an extremely rare error in the coin's production. Some of these 2013 Great Basin quarters were struck with an unusual minting flaw that has elevated their value to staggering heights. Instead of the typical design, some of these coins display a partial or even misaligned design, which makes them incredibly sought after by collectors. This error was discovered by sharp-eyed numismatists and collectors who were looking through rolls of these quarters. It turns out that only a very small number of these coins were affected by the flaw, making them extremely rare. As of today, this coin can fetch up to $2.4 million on the open market, depending on the condition and specific error present on the coin. Now, you might be wondering how a coin with such an error can end up being so valuable. Well, rarity and demand are the key factors here. When you have a coin that is as rare as this one, and it carries an interesting and rare minting flaw, collectors go wild. Coins with errors tend to be more valuable because they are one-of-a-kind or limited in number. The market for error coins has been growing, and this particular quarter has become one of the most famous and valuable error coins in recent years. It's important to note that not all 2013 Great Basin quarters are worth millions. The majority of these coins are still worth their face value, 25 cents, unless they contain the unique minting error. So, if you happen to have a 2013 Great Basin quarter in your collection, it's worth examining it closely to see if it has any of the signs of the error. To help you identify these rare coins, look for inconsistencies in the design. The most common types of errors found on this quarter include things like double strikes, misaligned dies, or incomplete strikes. These issues result in a coin that doesn't match the intended design, which adds to its uniqueness and value. But how do you determine if your coin is worth $2.4 million? You'll want to get the coin authenticated and graded by a professional numismatist or coin grading service. The grade, which ranges from poor to mint state, will significantly impact the value of the coin. Coins in mint condition are worth far more than those that show signs of heavy wear or damage. An authentic, well-preserved coin with a minting error could easily fetch the record-breaking price. The fact that a quarter, a common coin we often overlook, can be worth millions of dollars shows just how exciting and lucrative the world of coin collecting can be. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just starting out, coins like the 2013 Great Basin National Park quarter serve as a reminder that something as simple as a quarter can hold immense value if you know what to look for. For those of you in the 30 to 70 age range, if you've been collecting coins for years or just got started, it's worth keeping an eye out for rare finds like this one. Even if your collection doesn't include a $2.4 million coin, there are still many coins out there that can grow in value over time. If you're serious about investing in coinage, it's always a good idea to stay informed, visit local coin shops, and check online auction sites where these rare quarters are traded. The world of numismatics is a fascinating one, full of hidden treasures and remarkable stories. The 2013 Mint Mark Great Basin National Park quarter, a humble coin with an extraordinary value of $2.4 million. Whether you're looking to add it to your collection or simply learn more about it, I hope this video has sparked your interest in rare coins and the treasures they may hold. We deep dive into one of the most fascinating pieces of U.S. coinage, the 1978 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Now you might be thinking, why should I care about a coin that's over 4 decades old? Well, let me tell you, this particular quarter has caught the attention of collectors, investors, and history buffs alike. In fact, this coin is currently worth up to a staggering $2.5 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $2.5 million. But how did a coin from 1978 reach such a jaw-dropping value? Let's start by taking a closer look at the history of the Washington quarter itself. First issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter has remained a cornerstone of American currency. For decades, it has been produced in several variations, but the 1978 Mint Mark quarter is particularly special. The Mint Mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. Now, on the surface, it might seem like just another regular quarter, right? After all, 1978 was far from a standout year in terms of major U.S. historical events or coinage changes. However, something happened in 1978 that would eventually elevate the value of this coin to astronomical heights. In 1978, the U.S. Mint accidentally struck a limited number of Washington quarters with a subtle but significant error. This particular error is what has caught the attention of serious coin collectors and investors. The error is so rare and so unique that it has sent collectors into a frenzy, pushing the coin's value to heights that most of us could never have predicted. Now, you may be wondering, what's the error exactly? Well, it's something known as a double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or hits the coin multiple times in a slightly different position, creating a subtle doubling effect on certain details. In the case of the 1978 Mint Mark quarter, the error caused the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse, or front, of the coin to appear slightly doubled. It's a small detail, but to an experienced collector, it's a goldmine. These errors are incredibly rare, and only a few examples are known to have survived in good condition. So, What makes this 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter worth up to $2.5 million? First, let's break down the rarity. Over the years, it's estimated that only a handful of these era coins were ever struck, and even fewer were preserved in near-perfect condition. Collectors and numismatists have a deep appreciation for coins that are not only rare but also in mint condition, meaning they have minimal wear, no scratches, and a crisp appearance. The higher the condition, the higher the coin's value. Coins that are graded as proof or MS-70, which means they are essentially perfect, tend to fetch astronomical prices at auction. And it's no surprise that these rare, high-grade coins have been sold for millions of dollars. In fact, one of the most pristine 1978 D Mint Mark quarters fetched nearly $2.5 million at a prestigious auction not too long ago, making it one of the highest-priced coins of its kind. But here's the thing. Finding one of these coins today is like searching for a needle in a haystack. The error is so rare that it's incredibly difficult to find, and even when one is found, its value is largely determined by its condition. Coins with the double die error that have been kept in near mint condition are the ones that are able to fetch these sky-high prices. And if you happen to come across one of these quarters in your collection or in a box of change, it could very well be your ticket to a small fortune. So, what should you do if you think you might have a 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter with this rare double die error? First of all, don't go jumping into any conclusions just yet. The error is subtle, and the differences may not be immediately obvious to the untrained eye. I recommend carefully inspecting the quarter with a magnifying glass, paying special attention to the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you notice any doubling or misalignment, you may be in luck. Once you've identified a potential error coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is a specialized service where experts assess the coin's condition and authenticity, assigning it a grade based on its appearance. A higher grade means higher value. In fact, a coin's grade is one of the most important factors when determining its market value. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. How do I even know if my quarter is a rare error coin? Well, there are some helpful resources available to guide you. Books, websites, and coin communities are all great places to learn more about coin errors and their value. You can also visit a professional numismatist, someone who specializes in rare coins, to get a closer look at your coin and see if it's worth getting graded. The coin market is volatile, and values can fluctuate, but one thing is for certain. The 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter has secured its place as one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in U.S. history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just a casual enthusiast, this rare find is something worth keeping an eye on. As we wrap up today's look at the 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, I encourage you to keep exploring the world of numismatics. You never know what treasures are hiding in your pocket change or your family's old coin collection. And remember, what may seem like just a simple coin today could very well be the key to unlocking a small fortune tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to this fascinating journey through the history and value of the 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Happy coin hunting, and I hope you find something truly special out there. If you're a coin enthusiast or simply someone who enjoys learning about rare treasures, you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coins, focusing on one of the most remarkable and elusive pieces, the 1985 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin. Before we get into the specifics of the 1985 D quarter, let's first take a quick look at the Washington quarter itself. The coin has been in circulation since 1932 and features George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse. This iconic design has become a staple of American coinage, and over the years, various versions and mint marks have surfaced. The Washington quarter has always been an important part of U.S. currency, known for its role in everyday transactions, as well as for its appeal to collectors. But what makes the 1985 D Mint Mark Washington quarter so special? The 1985 D quarter is unique because, unlike most standard quarters from this era, there was a significant anomaly in the minting process that resulted in a few rare coins being produced. These coins were minted at the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark comes from, indicating that the coin was struck there. While a majority of the 1985 D quarters were produced and circulated just like any other coin, a very small number were minted with special characteristics that set them apart. These features are so rare that they've made the 1985 D Washington quarter one of the most sought-after coins for collectors. Now, you might be asking, what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Well, it comes down to rarity. The 1985 D Washington quarter isn't just a rare coin by itself. It's one of those hidden treasures that often flies under the radar, even among seasoned coin collectors. As of today, a 1985 D Mint Mark Washington quarter in pristine condition has fetched remarkable prices at auctions. In fact, there's one such coin that has been valued at an astonishing $2.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.6 million. That's not a typo. So, why is this particular coin worth such a huge sum? It's because of the perfect combination of factors: its rarity, the condition it's in, and the fact that it came from an error in production that makes it so unique. This coin represents more than just a piece of currency. It's a rare artifact of American history that has captured the imagination of collectors around the world. The value of the 1985 D quarter comes from several key factors. The first, as we mentioned, is its rarity. There were only a handful of these rare errors produced at the Denver Mint, and most of them were either lost or damaged over time. For a coin to fetch such a high price, it needs to be in near-perfect condition, free from scratches, dents, and signs of wear. The coin in question has been graded as one of the best preserved examples ever discovered, making it even more desirable to collectors. Another important factor that plays a role in the high value of the 1985 D quarter is the strong demand from coin collectors and investors. Collecting coins isn't just a hobby for many people. It's a way to invest in rare and valuable pieces that can appreciate over time. The 1985 D Washington quarter represents the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and demand, which has driven its price to unprecedented heights. For those of you who are interested in finding this rare coin or just want to learn how to identify valuable quarters, here's a quick tip. The 1985 D Washington quarter should feature the standard Washington quarter design with a D Mint mark located on the reverse side, near the bottom. But it's not just the mint mark that makes it special. Look for a coin with very little wear and a sharp, detailed image. If you believe you have one of these rare quarters, getting it professionally graded and appraised is an important step. As of now, the market for rare coins, especially quarters from the 1980s, continues to grow. If you're looking to purchase one of these coins, you'll likely find them through reputable auction houses, coin dealers, or private collectors. However, be prepared to pay a premium, as finding an error coin in mint condition is no easy feat. In conclusion, the 1985 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin has become one of the most valuable and fascinating pieces of U.S. coinage. With its rarity, special error characteristics, and near mint condition, this quarter is worth a staggering $2.6 million today. If you happen to come across one, it might just be your ticket to a small fortune. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just getting into coin hunting, keep an eye out for the 1985 D Washington quarter. You never know what you might find hidden in your pocket change or a collection. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into a rare and incredible coin that's worth far more than just its face value. If you're a collector or just have a few old quarters lying around, You'll want to stick around to learn about the 2001 D Mint Mark Kentucky quarter, which could potentially fetch you up to $2.70 million. First, let's start by talking about the basics of this coin. Back in 2001, the U.S. Mint released a series of state quarters as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was a nationwide initiative to commemorate each state. The Kentucky quarter, which was the 15th coin in the series, was released in 2001, featuring a unique design that symbolizes the state's rich heritage. On the front, you'll see the typical portrait of George Washington, but the reverse side, the one we're concerned with, showcases a beautiful design featuring a thoroughbred horse and a backdrop of the state's iconic landscape. It's a piece of art, really. The coin was produced in both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, with the Denver Mint marking its quarters with a letter D under George Washington's portrait. Now let's get to why this coin is such a big deal. At first glance, this Kentucky quarter is just like any other. But as with many rare coins, it's the imperfections and specific characteristics that make it special. Some 2001 D Mint Mark Kentucky quarters were struck with a very rare error. These quarters were mistakenly double-struck during the minting process. As you can imagine, a double-strike error makes the coin incredibly valuable, especially to collectors who know just how rare these types of mistakes are. So what makes this particular quarter worth a whopping $2.7 million? It's the very specific condition and rarity of the error. If you happen to come across one of these rare double-struck quarters, you're in for a huge surprise. These error coins, when in mint condition, can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. In fact, some of these rare Kentucky quarters have sold for millions of dollars in recent years, with a record-breaking sale reaching as high as $2.7 million. This isn't a typo. A single quarter, a coin that was once worth just 25 cents, was sold for millions of dollars because of a double-strike error. This is the kind of story that makes coin collecting so fascinating and lucrative. Now, the chances of finding one of these quarters are slim. In fact, most of the Kentucky quarters from 2001 are worth only their face value, 25 cents. But for those lucky enough to find one of these double-struck beauties, the payoff could be life-changing. That's why it's important to check your change carefully. If you've got a 2001 D Kentucky quarter in your pocket, take a closer look. If it shows signs of a double strike, like misalignment or a blurry design, you could be holding on to a rare treasure. So how do you know if your quarter is worth something? Well, there are a few things to look out for. First, the double strike will usually cause a blurry image on the front or back of the coin. There may be visible overlapping designs or a misaligned minting mark. The key is to carefully inspect the coin under good lighting, and if you spot anything unusual, it could be worth having a professional appraise it. If you find one, don't rush to sell it immediately. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, so it's always best to wait for the right time to sell. Auctions are a great way to find the highest bidder for a coin like this. Be sure to do your research and find reputable dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare and error coins. In conclusion, while the odds of finding a 2001 D Kentucky quarter with a double strike error are slim, it's still a good reminder to pay attention to the coins in your collection or loose change. Who knows? You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. If you come across a rare coin, don't just toss it aside. Take the time to investigate, because you might just have a piece of history and a future windfall in your pocket. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and news on rare finds. Stay tuned, and remember to always check your change. You never know what might be worth a small fortune.